Keir Starmer is no Tony Blair marching towards number 10. Labour's policies are now being ever more scrutinised. And yet some of our players are already writing the game off. And we've got more than a year to go. So let's look, stand together. Let's fight together. The more we look divided, the more we look distracted, the more we gift power to Labour. I mean, the fact of when we left the European Union, or the deal that we got with Brexit, meant that we actually turned our back on a source of employment that we used, hugely. And we're now having to open up a visa system to be able to refill those spots that I'm afraid our model of Brexit has denied them able to work. Yes, of course, everybody would like to see more Brits doing the jobs, the British jobs and so forth. But there's always been a requirement, a growing economy, supported by migration of some form. She's the Home Secretary. I'm more concerned about the organisation that she's chosen to speak at. We had another one in Bournemouth, this Conservative Democracy organisation. It's almost got a Judean People's Front feel to it.
Well, that would be funny, though, Tobias.
In the sense that, we finally got a prime minister that's moved the party into electoral mode. We are calm, measured decision-making. Statecraft has returned to number 10. Yet there are certain quarters on the right of the party that are dismissing our chances of winning the next general election and want to have that argument, want to have that civil war now, before the election, rather than afterwards, that we tend to do, when we lose badly. We need to lean in and support our Prime Minister, show unity, show passion, show commitment. And we could certainly, the polls are actually narrowing as we rebuild our trust with the British people. Very different approach to government at the moment. The way number 10 is pragmatic diplomacy, has replaced, sort of the bombastic aggression that we had under Boris Johnson. The Windsor Framework, the AUKUS deal, these are great examples of this. And if you look back in our history, you will see that we've always done well when we operate and command from the centre right. Thatcher actually did that. She had the big beasts of people like Heseltine and Ken Clarke on one side, and Norman Lamont and so forth on the other, taking the talent from across the party. And that's what appeals to the nation, putting the nation first. When we only appeal to our base alone, and the same with Labour as well, when they only appealed, as Jeremy Corbyn did, to his base, you're never going to appeal to that centre ground of British politics and win an election.
Just finally, I mean, do you think it's odd that Suella Braverman would be speaking, at a gathering of an organisation that are very pro Boris Johnson, basically, when she's serving in a Rishi Sunak government?
Well, I think that's something for the cabinet to address. But yes, it is peculiar that you've got these luminaries of Johnson and Truss eras that are, they should all be calling for unity, all be uniting behind this Prime Minister, giving us the best chance. I'll put my hand up. And the last year has been difficult. It's been very testing indeed. But we are in far, far calmer waters now. And we need to give ourselves the best possible chance. Keir Starmer is no Tony Blair marching towards number 10. Labour's policies are now being ever more scrutinised. And yet some of our players are already writing the game off. And we've got more than a year to go. So let's look, stand together. Let's fight together. The more we look divided, the more we look distracted, the more we gift power to Labour.